Lisa must have gotten these files mixed up. These are your notes, and she put them on my desk.
No, I put them there.
They're your cases.
Not anymore. I need for you to take them.
I already have a full caseload. I can't take any of your cases.
Julia, I'm going to have to devote all of my time to this takeover.
I do realize how important this is to you, but we do have a practice here.
Yes. No, he didn't misunderstand what I said. I realize that may not be standard operating procedure, but I want her to know she's being followed. Right. Yeah, I want to be informed the moment she goes anywhere.
Who are you having followed?
Gina.
Gina. You think Gina is behind this?
Have you ever known a plot against the Capwells that Gina wasn't involved in? I see no reason to start trusting her now.
I'm sure of it. They're right outside the door. They're not very good at it either. I can't understand why anybody would want to follow me.
Well, you haven't talked to anybody about me, have you, Gina?
No, of course not. I said I wouldn't. Look, don't worry about me. I'll get rid of them. I mean, they're rank amateurs. I'm on my way over.
Gina. Well, well. It seems the Capwells already suspect Gina. And they've made it obvious they want me to know they suspect her.
Do you really think you can control that woman?
No, she'll serve her purpose.
You're getting awfully cocky again.
You got the latest read out there on the Capwell stock? Looks like there's still no leak about my takeover. Everything's in order. Gina's gonna lead my opponent right to me. Time to come face to face with the Capwells.
So glad to have you home, I cannot tell you. Cruz take the kids straight home?
No, I dropped them off at Carmen's. Cruz is still in Mexico.
Oh.
We found his father, and his father's coming back to Santa Barbara. And they're just delayed in immigration with some details.
How about that?
Yeah.
What about Kelly?
Kelly decided to stay a little longer, so she didn't come back on the jet with me.
Oh, she's gonna miss the big dinner tonight.
What big dinner?
Oh, I planned a big dinner to welcome you all home. It's all right. Your mother won't be there, but the rest of the family will.
And why isn't Mama going to be there?
It's not what you think, darling. I called her, I invited her, but she's out of town.
Is she all right?
Yeah, I imagine she's fine. She's probably on a business trip. She's had to take on a lot more responsibility since Kelly came over to work for us. And speaking of Kelly, has she talked to you about any problems with Capital Enterprises?
No. Why? Is something wrong?
I don't know. Mason and Kelly have assured me that everything seems to be just fine. There are no problems, but I have a gut feeling they're holding out on me.
Listen, isn't this the same gentleman who retired a few months ago?
Excuse me. Don't try to snow me. I need you on my side on
Daddy,
this.
Kelly and Mason are on your side.
You know what I'm talking about, and you should know what's going on with Capwell Enterprises. You're supposed to be running it.
I'm sure the company is fine and you have nothing to worry about. Now, didn't your doctor say you had to be well and stop being stressful?
Knock that off. My doctor's advice is fine. I'm listening to it, and I am fine. I may be retired, but I want to know what the hell is going on with Capital Enterprises at all time. And you're supposed to be telling me. I don't know what the hell Mason is doing. I have no idea what Kelly is doing.
It stopped raining.
Yeah, I realized that.
Well, I told you it would.
Oh, yeah, you did 12 hours ago when the car got stuck in the mud. You said, oh, the rain is going to stop any minute. And then 8 hours ago, when we went down that little hill into the freezing cold stream, you said, yeah, looks like it's going to clear up any minute. And then 4 hours ago, we going around in circles because we're lost. You said, oh, it's clearing up. Excuse me if I don't appreciate your weather forecasting abilities.
Yeah, well, hey, I got us here, didn't I?
That you did. And what a quaint and charming place it is.
Woo, well, that's not that bad, huh?
Not that bad. It's a dump, Rick.
Hey, well, I think the travel club gave it 4 stars.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
I couldn't have talked you out of it, Kelly.
I can't believe I went through the jungle to get to this place.
Well, what were you expecting, sweetheart? Capwell Estates? Check it out.
I wasn't expecting to go through the jungle, risk my life to get some envelope for your father.
Are you in a bad mood? Is that what this is all about?
I'm going to wash up. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm getting out of this place. I'm leaving. Envelope or no envelope.
And where are you going to go?
Home.
No, you're not. Roads are all still washed out, and I got a feeling you wouldn't make it through that jungle on your own anyway, so you may as well face the fact We are stuck here for at least a couple hours.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what do you say I order some champagne and caviar? Hey, hey! Oh.
All right, let me get this straight. You want me to take on all of your cases on top of mine so that you can follow Gina around and play corporate intrigue.
Julia, this isn't a game. Capwell Enterprises is at stake.
So is this law firm. This law firm is at stake. And I resent you assuming that I'm going to take your cases just because you tell me that I should.
Julia, if you can't handle everything, then just drop the unimportant cases,
Everything is important here, Mason. Everything is important here. We have a reputation to build here, right here.
And I'm trying to save the family company. Surely you realize that has to come first.
Of course it has to come first. The Capwell family has to come first. What I don't understand, Mason, is why you have to do it all by yourself, why you can't get help from anybody else.
I know what I'm doing, Julia.
So do I. You're behaving just like your father does in business, which gave him a heart attack. You're also being underhanded.
Well, what do you suggest? That I play on the up and up while the enemy plays dirty?
The enemy?
Yes, it's exactly what he is, and you know it, Julia. This is not a matter of how you play the game. When this is all over, it would be of little solace to the family if I had behaved with great integrity while the company was stolen out from under me.
I assume that Samantha and I are part of your family.
Well, of course you are. There's a lot at stake with your future as well. I'm just trying to protect that.
Is it necessary for you to do it all alone?
Look, Julia, when this is all over, we'll go back to the practice, okay? Everything will get back to normal.
Wish I could believe that.
Well, you can.
You seem to be getting a kick out of this.
That's ridiculous, Julia. I'm not having any fun at all. Yes. Right. When? No, you can continue to be obvious about it. Just make certain you don't let her out of your sight. Gina's left her house. We just might meet our friend before the afternoon is over.
Mason.
Hang on. I want to get the quotes to make sure the leak hasn't started yet. Barn? Yeah, give me the latest quotes. Steady? Good. Yeah, that's fine. No, nothing yet, but I have a feeling I'm getting very close to a very big catch. Yeah, you bet I will.
Maybe we should hold off on this dinner until Cruz and Kelly come home.
We'll have another dinner for them. I don't want to cancel, Ellie.
Yeah, but if Mama's not going to be here...
But the rest of the family will. Please, it's important to me.
All right.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Eden. Welcome back.
Thanks. Nice to see you again. Were you at the beach?
Yes, I was. I really love it there. It's nice.
Yeah.
And Mexico? How was Mexico?
Great.
I hear it's really beautiful there.
Yeah. If you like the beach, that's definitely the place to go. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's going to be really difficult to go back east after you've enjoyed the Santa Barbara sunshine.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, listen, I better go upstairs and change. I'll see you around.
You'll see her tonight at 7 sharp.
Yes, sir.
I thought you said the dinner tonight was just family.
Well, it seems there were quite a few things that Kelly didn't fill you in on.
What? Is there something going on here?
What?
Well, I just think it's nice to see that you're actually human, that's all.
What is that supposed to mean?
It just means that when I first met you, I thought you were uptight. I mean, you acted so cool, I thought they maybe cloned your sister.
Thanks, that's a nice thing to say.
I'm just saying that my opinion about you has changed. Some. I seen you covered with mud, watching you scream when that little centipede crossed our path.
Little centipede, it was 2 feet long.
And now watching you look totally ridiculous hopping across this sand, I mean, maybe there's still some hope.
I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know why you're just sitting here on your butt not looking for Pablo.
What did you just say?
You heard me.
Yeah, I thought I did, but there's one word in there that didn't come from Kelly Capwell. Sitting here on your butt.
You heard me.
You know what I think is so interesting here? Huh? How someone like you, when you want to get tough with someone like me, you think you have to use words like that. Why is that?
I don't want a philosophical discussion right now.
No, I'm serious. I mean, did you think that was the only way to get through to me? By using the kind of language my class uses? Then that way I might be able to understand what you meant?
This isn't about class.
Oh, so that's just an expression you use all the time. Daddy dearest, would you please get off your butt?
No, it's not an expression I use all the time, and I'm sorry if I offended you. Now, can we change the subject?
Are you telling me to butt out? It's a beautiful beach, huh?
I don't want to talk about the beach.
You just said you wanted to change the subject.
I want to change it back to what we were talking about.
Me sitting here on my butt.
No, you looking for Carlo.
Carlo. Who's Carlo?
Or Pablo, whatever his name is.
Oh, Pablo. Pablo, Carlo. It's all the same thing, huh?
No, come on, stop it. You're just trying to confuse me.
No, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm trying to get you to relax. Try to get you to enjoy some of this paradise.
I don't want to relax, and this isn't paradise.
Okay, fine. If you want to swim south about 63 miles, you'll hit Acapulco, then you go back to your fancy hotel.
What are you going to do, sit here?
Yeah, on my...
On your brains and do nothing.
For your information, Ms. Capwell, I've already put the word out that we are looking for Pablo. However, it was made crystal clear to me that you don't find Pablo. Pablo finds you. So, until he does, I am going to sit here on my butt and enjoy this beach.
I wish you wouldn't say that.
Beach?
No.
Butt.
Yes.
Beach butt.
Stop.
But that's just the way trash like me talks, that's all.
No, you don't talk that way. You speak very well.
Thanks. So do you.
Nothing phases you, does it?
You know what your problem is?
Well, hey, I'm dying to hear this
fine,
one.
I'm not
No, I want to hear it, please.
You are always trying to figure people out. That way you can pigeonhole them. Put them in a nice little category in that head of yours.
That's ridiculous.
You think so, huh? No, I don't. See, I think you are always desperately looking for some rational reason as to why people are who they are. But did you ever stop to think that maybe you might be taking some of the mystery away? If you would just relax, you might end up actually liking somebody.
It's too hot here in the sun.
I like it hot.
I don't want to get burned.
I lost them.
Oh.
The people who were following me. First, I went through the kitchen, I went out the back door, then I went over to the house,
I'm
and I
sure
walked
it's a
around the
fascinating
pool.
story. I'll wait for the Reader's Digest version. What do you want?
To see Robert, of course.
You don't have an appointment.
Well, I'm sure he'll see me.
Mr. Barr is extremely busy right now.
You haven't even told him I'm here yet. You're quick.
Look, I don't bother him when people bother
I'm not bothering him. I called him. I let him know I was on...
Oh, hello, Gina.
I'm just trying to explain to your pet pit bull here that I managed to lose those people who were following me.
You can leave us, Renfield.
It's your call.
So, you sure you lost those men who were following you?
No question. I just can't figure it out.
Well, I've got a lot of enemies. Maybe somebody realized that you and I were seeing each other.
What difference would that make? Unless the Capwells are on to you.
You know, I get the feeling that you enjoy this intrigue.
Well, the Capwells have been a constant in my life, but I like to know where I stand. I mean, if they're watching me, then they think I'm involved. Am I? Involved?
In what?
In whatever it is you're doing.
All right, now I'm just visiting a beautiful city. Getting to know some of its, more interesting people.
What about Capwell Enterprises?
Well, I will admit I'm curious. They do have some interesting holdings. But I'm telling you this in the strictest of confidence now.
Yes, I'm perfectly clear on that. It's just that if these people who are watching me see us together, aren't the Capwells going to become suspects?
Gina, I have nothing to hide. I mean, what could be suspicious about me spending time with a beautiful woman? Right now, I've got a lot of work to take care of.
Well, I guess I should go home then.
I hate to say so, but yeah. See, I want to get everything out of the way so that nothing interferes with our having a wonderful dinner this evening. Unless I get this done...
Checking into Capwell Enterprises?
Your curiosity is insatiable.
Well, I'm only curious about the Capwells and like you.
I'm looking forward to our dinner. I'll see you here at 7 o'clock, right?
I'll be here. And I'll try to get rid of those guys if they follow me.
Yeah, don't bother.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive. Look, if somebody's that interested in knowing that we're spending time together, let's not disappoint them.
Bye.
Bye.
After all these years, Méghan tells you you have a son?
She was determined to raise Greg on her own. She did a pretty remarkable job. He's a fine young man.
Well, I'm sure he is, but don't you think you should maybe do some research?
Oh, Greg, I was just informing Eden about the news about us. Kelly did not tell her anything about it.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
What makes you say that?
She probably didn't want to ruin your vacation.
Maybe you shouldn't be so quick to judge everybody's reaction.
They didn't waste any time judging me.
Greg.
Maybe that's because we don't know how to react to having your brother so instantaneously. Maybe you should give us a little time to let it sink in. Don't jump to any conclusions before you,
Eden, welcome home.
Thank you, Méghan.
She just got the bomb dropped on her, Mom. I'm going out.
Don't forget our dinner tonight at 7.
I won't. It's okay if I bring a date, isn't it?
Emily?
Is that a problem?
Well, yes, I wanted this dinner to be kind of just for family. Can't you see her tomorrow night?
I already made plans to be with her tonight.
I'm sure if you explain it,
I'm
she'll
not explaining
understand.
anything. I made a date with her. I'm not breaking it. I'm sorry about your big dinner.
Greg! Well, I handled that as well as usual, didn't I?
Greg tends to take his commitments seriously.
Well, maybe if he explained it to Emily, she would understand this situation.
Maybe he'll change his mind.
Eden, I'm sorry that you've had to come home to all of this.
No, it's fascinating stuff of romance novels.
Only this is fact. It's not fiction.
Yeah, so you say. I got to get back to the kids. I'll see you at 7. I assume you'll be here as well, Méghan.
Honey.
Well, yet another member of your family who's just thrilled to have me around.
She'll get used to the idea, darling. She's very protective of her mother. Even though the marriage is over, it's very difficult for Eden to let go.
Maybe I should skip this dinner.
Absolutely not.
You know what? I should be getting back to the book. I mean, ever since you found out about Greg, it's like we've left the book on hold.
I'll tell you something that's very odd. When we started writing this book, I thought I was wrapping up my life. And Greg came into my life, and it's like starting all over again.
Are you saying you don't want to finish the book?
Absolutely not. I'll start first thing in the morning if you'd like to.
Good. Because I want to get back to the business aspects of your life.
It's a whole book in itself.
Why are you so set against Greg bringing Emily tonight? She's a nice girl.
I know that. Well, you'll understand at dinner.
Wait a minute. I don't like the sound of this. What do you have planned?
A surprise. One I hope you're going to like.
What do you mean Mr. Barr is not taking any calls? Did you tell him who was calling? Listen, I have an appointment with him this... Maybe you should expand into mind control. What do you want, Gina? Nothing from you. Certainly nothing. Yeah, what about our deal? I told you we don't have a deal. Well, I think your best bet would be to go to Atlantic City or Las Vegas. I'm sure someone there would like your services. There are plenty of people here who are interested in my services. I don't think so. You know, really, it's too bad about Keith. What about Keith? Well, just that he's so busy sleeping with other women that he never bothers to think about you anymore. You don't know anything about Keith. Whatever you say. Where's
Where's Barr? He's not taking my phone calls.
Will you please keep it down? No one's supposed to know I'm connected to Robert.
Gee, it must be really tough having a big secret that somebody else knows. I guess that gives me an advantage.
Oh, yeah, and who are you going to tell?
Who am I going to tell? Well, where should I start? Let's say, Meyson. Maybe that would be a good place to start.
Right. And Mason's going to believe you. Or Catwell would believe you.
Fine, then how about the district attorney? The last I heard, corporate piracy and insider trading is not something they approve of.
Yeah, and you're going to cross Barr? Even I know you're not stupid enough to do that.
How about if I just get in your way then, Lisa?
Oh, more threats? Why don't you go back to the circus, read a few poems, or how about torture Cruz and his family? Oh, we all have our Achilles heel, don't we?
Oh, God, I've got to get out of here, and I can't get out of here. He says, oh, just relax and enjoy it.
I think he's right.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
Why would I be talking to you? I didn't even know that you were sitting here.
Who were you talking to?
I don't think it's any of your business who I was talking to.
I suppose if we're going to get technical here, it is none of my business. But sometimes the sun beats down on people's heads. And then, of course, there's tequila.
I am not drunk, and I am not crazy, and I think you should go. No, I mean it. Go.
No, I'm sorry. I certainly am not here to frighten you. Miss...
Hey, I don't give my name to people that just sneak up on me.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? I was merely trying to explain to your wife here...
She's I'm not his wife.
Hey, that's not my problem. I'm not one to pass judgment.
Who the hell are you?
I was told you were here to look for me.
Look for you? No, I think you're mistaken. You got the wrong hut, buddy.
I was told specifically that the gentleman in this hut was looking for me.
Pablo, you're not Pablo.
Paul, actually.
I didn't know that you were Pablo.
I surprised a good many people, I suppose.
Well, listen, Pablo, Paul, whatever your name is, I think we should get down to business here. Rafael Castillo is my father. Sent me down here to pick up an envelope you've been keeping for him.
Oh, Rafael. How is he?
He's fine. He wants the envelope back.
I see. And what did you say your name was?
I didn't. It's Rick. Rick Castillo.
Rafael never mentioned you.
Big surprise, huh? This should explain everything.
All right, then. Shall we?
Shall we what?
Go. Surely you don't think that I have the envelope on my person.
I didn't think he had it on him.
This way, if you will.
You act like you're not thrilled about going to a movie.
Aren't your parents having a dinner tonight?
Who wants to go to some stuffy old dinner?
If there's some reason that you don't want to take me...
I want to. I was planning on taking you. But my father is determined to keep this just a family affair. Believe me, I'd much rather be here with you.
Sweet of you to say that. But, if your father wants you to go, I think you should go.
Well, what about our date?
Well, that wasn't going to be our last date, was it?
Of course not.
Okay, then. I guess I'll survive one more night.
I won't. Unless I leave early and you meet me here later.
I don't want to spoil your evening with your family.
The only way this evening is going to mean anything to me is if I get to spend some time with you.
Okay, then I will meet you here later.
I don't like the look you got in your eye when you said surprise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I know your surprises, and I don't think I'm up to one of them tonight, especially with the whole family here.
Well, maybe we can surprise them with an announcement.
An announcement?
Uh-huh. I think Greg will be particularly pleased. He'll feel like he's part of a family. He'll feel like he has a home here.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about wanting to marry you. And I'm talking about asking you in front of the entire family.
When you say surprise, you don't get around, do you?
Mm-hmm. Not at all. I've been thinking about this since Greg told me he was my son. Darling, the secrets are out. I mean, there's no reason to keep this from hanging on. We can do something about it now.
Sisi, I'm very flattered, but I can't marry you.
Of course you can.
And I'm not even sure that it would make Greg feel more at home. As a matter of fact, I think it would probably do just the opposite.
No, darling. If we're married, he's going to feel a sense of family.
I don't think so. And I know that this isn't something we can just try and manufacture for him. Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to say no to you? I've imagined this moment every day of my life for the last 17 years, but we've only really known each other for a few months. And as much as I care about you, as much as I love you, the last thing I want is for us to rush into a marriage for the wrong reasons.
Sweetheart,
no.
If you love me...
No, now, would you have asked me to marry you if you didn't know that Greg was our son?
Megan, how can you expect me to know the answer?
Listen to me. I know that you mean only the best. And I'm very glad that you didn't spring this on me in front of the whole family. But I meant what I said. I can't marry you, not now.
I don't understand why everybody's just accepted the fact that Dad is Greg's father.
Well, he's certainly not denying it.
Yeah, right. With Dad's ego, you'd think he populated half the country.
Eden, how you talk about our dear father?
I love Daddy, but I think everybody should look into Megan's story before we start believing it.
I think she's got a point.
All right. I'll make sure that we discreetly check out her story more carefully.
Good. Now I want to hear what's going on with Capital Enterprises.
Didn't Kelly fill you in?
I want to hear it from you. What's happening?
We have indications that someone may be attempting a hostile takeover.
Mason's been handling this on his own, and I'm glad that you're here to help him.
Yeah, do you have any executives or companies you suspect?
Well, of course we do.
Good. I'd like a profile on them.
Well, Eden, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I think it would be better if I were to continue to handle this.
But you are continuing to handle it.
Alone, Eden. I'd like to handle it alone.
Here you are. Hope whatever's in that brings your father good luck. He's a nice guy.
Well, Pablo,
I really
appreciate
money only causes problems around here. Nice to have met you both. I'm off now. Have a pleasant stay.
What do you think's in it?
I don't know. It must be something pretty important.
Hey. Your father said not to open it.
Oh, yeah, right. And he kept all the promises he's ever made to me. You know, there might be something illegal in here. He wants us to take this over the border.
No, you don't want to break your first promise to him. He'll never trust you.
I didn't bring you down here to lecture me.
Then why did you?
I like your eyes.
Barr is very busy now.
I don't give a damn about the London route. I'm interested in the equipment. I want a breakdown on all the 747s and Airbuses in the fleet. And I want it within the hour.
I thought we had a deal.
Renfield just canceled our appointment. I'm busy.
Really? Well, then maybe I ought to go to the Capwells and tell them about Lisa.
Now, if you are the psychic you say you are, I assume you can tell what I'm thinking right now. And that I do not respond well to threats of any kind.
And I don't like to be stood up. You know, I can't help you destroy the Capwells.
Why are you so interested in destroying them?
I have my reasons, just like you have yours, and I don't think either one of us is in it for the money.
Well, maybe not, but it does make it all a little more palatable, doesn't it? 10,000, Renfield. Well, whatever it is that's driving you, it must be pretty strong.
Oh, yes. Stronger than anything I've ever felt in my life.
Don't disappoint me, Sandra. I only pay for information I can use.
Don't worry. You'll be able to use it.
That one could be big trouble.
We'll just have to make sure she isn't.
Mason, the company isn't your responsibility anymore. I appreciate you taking over for me while I've been gone, but now I'm back, and I would like to take over.
Not in a situation like this, Eden.
I don't like your implication.
Eden, I'm not going to turn this into a battle of ego.
But that's what it is.
Now, look, Eden, it's a question of experience, okay?
You don't think I'm capable of handling this?
Look, you've done a fine job handling the day-to-day operations, Eden, but something like this requires different abilities.
Oh, I see. That's what happens when a woman runs the show.
Eden, could you put your ego aside for just one moment?
Could you put your patronizing attitude aside for a second? You were given a chance to run this company, and you said, I'm not interested. So you don't know a hell of a lot about day-to-day operations, do you?
Damn it, Eden. This has nothing to do with your abilities. Don't you understand that? It has to do with the dirty side of running a business. Now, I've been there. I know what it's like, and I'm better at it than you are.
You know, I find it funny that you can cook, or that you can fish, or that you can be pleasant.
Well, I didn't plan on being pleasant. Oh, by the way, take a look. This is the most beautiful view of the stars you'll ever see in the whole world. This place is famous for it.
Wait, you've been here before?
When I was 8, my whole family came down. Actually, that was when we were still considered a family. It was a great time. I mean, it was a big trip for us all to come down here. Relatives, fiesta, and I remember...
What?
My father taught me how to fish. He was real patient with me the whole trip. We stood right up there, just the two of us, all alone. We were waiting for the fish to bite, and my dad would talk to me about how someday I'd grow up and be somebody. I think actually that was probably the only time he really believed it. But I liked it. And this beach. He loved this beach. He called it the Beach of Dreamers.
Maybe that's why he brought the envelope here.
Maybe. So tell me. I'll bet your family never had a vacation anywhere where they had to sleep in huts, huh?
No. Oh, no. We had nice vacations. But when I was little, Mama wasn't around, and Daddy was always working. But Eden and I, God, we always had so much fun.
It's amazing what this beach will do for you, huh?
What's that?
Well, a few hours ago, you were ranting and raving about wanting to get out of here. Now it seems like you're all relaxed. You really need to understand a place before you start to enjoy it.
I think I'm beginning to understand a lot of things.
I'll make you a deal. I'll give you some of this great fish if you can give me a little look in that envelope.
No chance I'll starve.
Yeah. Kind of got the idea you'd probably say that. Oh, well. I guess I could probably give you some fish anyway.
I thought Ted would have been here by now.
We all know why he isn't here.
Greg.
It's true.
Well, I think we should, go ahead.
By all means, let's slaughter that fatted calf. Just an expression.
And so fitted to the occasion.
I would like to say grace.
There's another first.
Mason.
No, it's all right. He's right. Not very often is he right, but he's right now. It is not very often that we say grace at this table, but tonight, we all have so much to be thankful for. Not just the food on the table, but for this wonderful family and the strength that this family brings to all of us. Now, we've few bridges to cross yet, but with honesty and understanding, I think we'll all get closer and closer. And my darling Eden, I am so happy to have you back. I welcome you and the grandchildren back to the table. I'm sorry that Kelly and Cruz couldn't be here with us. And I want everybody to know that I am very, very proud to have Greg as my son. I am a very lucky man.
Was there a grace in there somewhere, Dad?
Okay. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent.
It's okay, Dad. We know what you meant.
I hope so, darling. Actually, as long as I'm on a tangent, I think I'll keep going. You all know that my life has been changed recently. With Méghan coming into my life and finding out that Greg is my son. I just want you to know that I have been in love with Méghan long before I found out that Greg was my son. So I see no reason we should wait any longer. I would be honored if you would become my wife.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Méghan, please.
I told you a few hours ago that I couldn't marry you, and I told you exactly why. And I assumed for some reason that you were listening to me. But I guess your ego is just so enormous that you assumed that if you asked me here in front of your whole family that I couldn't possibly turn you down, that sweet little Méghan would smile and nod and you'd get your way. Well, I am sorry. And as much as I may love you, I will not let myself be stampeded into a wedding just because you've set your stubborn mind to it.
Méghan, please.
No.
She's a lot stronger than you think she is.
Greg. Excuse me.
Well, Dad certainly hasn't lost his touch. Join me?
I do not believe she asked him to marry her in front of all those people.
I guess that's why dinner was so important to him tonight. He only wanted family members to be there.
I wonder why she turned him down.
I'm not sure. I know she loves him. She says she does. Things must be really confusing for her right now. I figured I should have gone after her, but I guess she needed time to think about it on her own. And all I could think about was getting back to be here with you.
I realize how upsetting this must be for you.
Well, as crazy as this whole thing is, nothing seems to bother me when I'm here with you. Sometimes I think you're the only person in this town who really understands me. I'd ask you to dance, but there's no music.
Who needs music?
I feel like such a jerk.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. You're totally justified.
Mason.
No. For the second time tonight, he's right.
Got it.
Did you talk to Méghan?
Darling, she was so furious she wouldn't even open the door.
Well, if she already turned you down, you were sort of pushing it.
I know, baby, but I couldn't help it. I had you all here. It was family time. When she turned me down the first time, I didn't think she really meant it.
Are you really in love with her?
Totally without question.
Maybe you ought to go talk to her.
Maybe you're right. I gotta try to make her understand. Wish me luck.
Not sure I wish him luck in this case.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I've got some business to take care of.
What business?
It has to do with the firm.
Oh, you dropped all your cases.
Well, actually, it has to do
with... the takeover? What is it, Meyson?
Security people followed Gina to the Capwell Hotel. She made no effort to lose them, which leads me to believe that I'm expected there as well.
Okay, well, let's go.
Now, Edie...
No, I'm not even arguing with this. I'm coming with you.
Well, maybe I should go
Julia, please. I've already got one woman too many coming along.
The winner of the Wheel of Fortune contest is Sue Crane of Olive Hill, Kentucky. Congratulations, Sue.
Tonight, meet a remarkable woman who grew up in a brutal neighborhood and now teaches others how to survive on NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.